name is Soumitra, and I have done my BTech from UPS in renewable and sustainable energy, and I'm currently working in the renewable industry and have over close to 1.5 years of experience. So I'm relatively young in the industry, but I'm happy that you guys have uh, chosen me to guide you. Hopefully, I can do a good job here. Uh, and Yeah, and currently my role in the industry, I am focusing on making due diligence report on solar, wind, electric vehicle infra, and also BESS, battery energy storage systems. Uh, yeah, so you can start with the questions.
Thank you, Soumitra, for giving us your time. So, first of all, I would like to tell you why we are conducting this session. This session is a part of our Edge Connect, in which we have been asked to connect with the alumni of our college, and the alumni should be working in the power sector. So, first of all, we'll start the question. So, first question will be asked from Anas.
Yes.
Okay, Soumitra, my question from you is that can you explain the recruitment process in your company for the role in the energy sector and what key skills or qualities recruiter focus on?
So recruitment process is quite straightforward. Not only in my current organization, but I think across multiple organizations which work in the energy sector. So they first require the relevant skills for the role. Since you all are right now you all are pursuing MBA power management right now, so the roles which you would be going into is more of financial roles, as an financial analyst or renewable energy financial analyst. Uh, so I think the major skills which they see is how well you can understand financial models, uh, and can you understand basic financial terms? Also, are you updated on the current policies? Is there any financial incentives which are currently given out by the government? So these are the basic requirements which you need. You also need a really good CV, and try to make the CV as much relevant with the company you want to uh, with the company you want to schedule an interview with, and also, please check the ATS score before you submit your CV. I think that's a very important requirement, and make sure that whatever you write in your CV is you would be able to explain it in the interview, because I think 90% of the interview is based on your CV alone. Else than that, I would say presentation skills also matter. So you can start by practicing mock interviews, maybe in front of cameras. That would be a great start.
Okay, thank you, Soumitra. For-
So the second question from me, Prithviraj. So I want to ask that many of us came from a non-tech background. So what technical skills should we have to enter the energy market or the
Yes,
power sector?
there are a lot of challenges which I faced initially, because when you come from an education background right to the industry, there are multiple softwares which are bombarded in the first few months of working. I think the major softwares which are currently being used is Homer. Homer is a really good software. It can help build basics for solar. It is PV Sys, but since you are from a financial background, I would suggest that you can bifurcate different technologies such as wind, solar, thermal, and study their incentives, finances, and make a financial model. There are multiple courses on financial modeling also, which is available on Coursera. I would recommend you to go through that. So that would be the major requirement. Also, um, what I have seen in my company or in the industry is that you would be working with data a lot. So you need to fetch different pricing data from different areas, because my experience was mainly with the US market. Over there, the data is calculated, or the financial models are made from total pricing. So different nodes have different pricing, and to fetch those data from different portals also requires some amount of programming skills, although not vast, but that would be also required. So you can work on that. So those skills would be required.
Okay, thank you.
Hello Soumitra, myself Pranav. Currently, I am pursuing my MBA in Power Management from UPS. So, I have a question that, from your point of view, what are the current trends and future opportunities in the renewable energy sector that students like us who are going to enter the sector should focus on?
Yes, so the renewable sector is growing rapidly in India. So you would be having multiple opportunities. I would say that focusing on the policy aspect is very important, because yeah, even today major financial decisions are taken based on policies. So the more the incentive given in the renewable sector, the better. Uh, so that is one place which you can focus on. Else than that, you can also look into. Uh, you can also, yeah, I think is that is what I know.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Samitra.
Hello.
I would like to know about how your journey has been in the power sector. Like, what kind of projects or responsibility were you assigned throughout this while, and what all roles do you handle initially, and how did your academic background basically help you build what you are today in the power sector?
Uh, that's a very interesting question. So, I would first like to share the academic background. Coming to the academic background, it did help a bit because understanding uh, certain technical terms were easier since I had my bachelor's in renewable energy. But I would say that's only relevant 10%. Majorly, what helped me is internships. Doing real time internships gives you a broader idea of the industry, and the company which I am currently working in also, I got converted from an intern to a full time employee here. Um, so the more practical knowledge which you can get, it's the better. Also, I was mainly involved in making due diligence reports, so they cover everything from technical feasibility to financial incentives, to community sentiment and financial policy. So, from my experience, it's deep research. So, and it's very different from the research which we do in the academic side. Since when you're doing academic research, you have let's say 1 month or 2 months, but when you're in the market, you have to deliver probably within a week or a few days. So managing time and having the right research is very important.
Hi, good evening. Good evening. I'm Shumanshu Nigam. My question for here is, what advice would you like to give to the students preparing for the placement here in the energy sector, especially regarding the interviews, internships, and certifications, like this thing?
uh, yeah, that's important. So regarding the certifications, certifications are important up to certain extent. Also doing certifications which are highly relevant to your field is kind of recommended. But I think the most important aspect for an interview is how you present yourself. uh, because I have seen I have seen what people do generally. They fill their CV with a lot of content, and when the interviewer asks about those content, and if they see that the candidate is not very clear, it's a red flag over there. I would say please make a clean, neat CV, uh, f- uh, and and I think the most important thing is also research on the company background. So let's say you're going for an interview in a ABC company. So you have to sort of check what products the company has, what services it offers, and try to align your CV with those services. That would give you an edge over the company. A plus is just try to know the history of the company, if they ask. and also focus and also please prepare certain questions which are common. For example, can you please give an introduction? That's a very common question. And at the end of the interview, 90% of interviewers will ask this question, that do you have any questions for us? And don't leave that question blank. I think majority of us would generally leave that question blank, but please ask certain relevant questions. It So that makes you eager for the role. So these are few things which you can follow, and they would greatly increase your chances. Um, yeah, and also please watch please watch videos on professional interviews. That also helps a lot.
Thank you, Soumitra. I have one last question from my side. So, from your experience in the industry, could you also just I have a doubt that could you clarify my doubt that does the tag of a non-engineer will affect the chances of my selection in the power sector, or does I have any drawback as compared to engineers?
That's a very good question, and I would say it will not hinder your chances. You shall have really good chances, because I have seen people from BBA backgrounds who have a pure BBA background, and then they have done MBA in finance. Let's say they're doing quite well in the company. They're making great financial models. Uh, initially, you have to gear up. Once you reach the company, you have to understand a certain technical terms, but else than that, you'll be fine, because I think your course is MBA Power Management, and it is not heavy on the technical side. You will be more on the management side, on the finance side. So you should be good. Uh, Having a technical background is an advantage, definitely, but if you don't have it, it's not a barrier. You will do just as well.
Thank you, Soumitra. Your answer
Thank
just
you.
might have given me along with
Give
two
us
of my
hope.
members of hope,
To so many
and
of
it
us,
has it
actually.
has relaxed us so much.
One more question. Sumit,
Just one question from my side. Last question, I think.
second last.
What are the main difference between US energy market and Indian energy market, and what are the key points, key main features that India should adopt from US? Just a point of curiosity, I am asking this question.
Yeah, there are multiple things actually. Sitting in India today, I can make a due diligence report in US. So that's how much data US stores across servers on the net, which is easily accessible. And they have literally mapped, majority of their power plants, majority of their pricing. So just like Google Maps, they have different maps for let's say where different power plants are located, where a transmission line is going through, or where a distribution line is passing from. So all this data is readily available. Also, uh, uh, they have even mapped underground natural gas lines. So the only thing I think which India can take is to sort of gather the data and display it, uh, and it will enable a lot of small companies to easily work. And I think the second thing is they're very transparent when it comes to energy pricing and selling, uh, and also so the major thing is that they're very transparent and the data is easily available. Now when it comes to the regulatory side, India is actually better, because US has a lot of regulations, and they're very strictly followed. For example, if any threatened or endangered species comes near the site, there are multiple approvals. If any floodland, so USA has divided its land into multiple different flood zones, flood zone A, flood zone X, etc. So these flood zones are areas which may be flooded during monsoons. So you also cannot build a project over there, or you may require certain permits. So that permitting process is much better.